With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button. Like and share the video. Smash the dislike button. Stalk me. Do what it is you weirdos do. Got this one weirdo that likes to show up. This dude loves me. He's a fan. For those of you that don't know, and shout out to Champ Side, I give him full credit for this because when he broke it down, I just laughed. I said, man, he just described these dudes, man. When you're a fan, it's an acronym. For those of you mindless freaks, an acronym is a word that there's a definition for the word. It's usually spelled in caps. So fan, F.A.N. Freaky ash N-words. There's no reason why I have to block the same person at least 7 times. You a fan, and I know you're here, and you're disgusting, and your wrist is crazy broken. I mean, it's like flapping in the wind. You walk with the switch like your mother taught you. Either you had no father figure in your life, or your mama lied and said your daddy don't want you. He probably don't know you exist. And you resent men and you hate your existence like your mother. And you a fan. You just a freaky ass ninja. You look at me not in admiration, but you want to lay down with men, real men. Because your mother raised you in her image. So you've latched on to me like how you latched on to your mama's bosom until you was 13. Grow up and learn how to use the internet, and you say, I like that guy. On some, no, I like that guy. Like, you get aroused every morning. So make your 8th account and come back. I've taken note. And shout out to YouTube for not properly allowing real content creators who make money off of this thing, not allowing us to stop these people. Because all we want to do is what we do on the internet and not be disrupted. But you allow these fans to slide through. So I hope you're listening because you might learn something this morning. So shout out to Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
With your streaky walls. Let's do this roll call. Let's talk some boxing. Todd Swindle, Rick Blackwell, Shawa, my sister, salute. Tay, how are you? Anwar Willis, G. McCall, Main Event Mark, Showtime Majors, Main Biker, Jeff Spark in the building, all around strong, salute. Auntie Jenny, how are you? Savage 410, what up? Bob, Abdul Anwar, Skinny 2 Liddy, Shogun, Stormy B-Man, Rick C. If y'all missed me and Stormy cooking last night on his channel, we talked about the movie The Warriors. Y'all should go check it out, man. Great nostalgia. If you haven't seen The Warriors, man, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's a great film, The Warriors, 1979. Derek Gaines, the legend. Derek Gang boss, what up? Rod Neal. True boxing night in the building. Frank from the land. Shamar, Rashawn, Shalom, salute. Brandon Shamar. Trip the Ghost. CT Fat Boy. Mo G. Marcus Walls. All right, let's do it. Robbery versus reality. Robbery versus reality. And Trip, I'm not mad at your analysis, but I think I want to give some examples that I just thought up off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? I listened to the General yesterday, and I listened to what BFTB had to say yesterday, and I said, you know what? Let me add to that, because some people lose their mind over certain things, and normally it's an emotional response. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up and down, my defense on Bud is an emotional response. And that's okay. If people thought Bud lost, that's fine. But these are just fights off the top of my head that I could think of that, I'm just going to give y'all different examples. And the public reaction is always important. So I'm going to work from right to left. Well, actually, I'll just jump around. On the far right, you see, that's Oscar De La Hoya, prime Oscar De La Hoya. Do y'all know who the man is underneath him? Pause.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Y'all know what I mean. All right, get your mind out the gutter. Edgar, what up? ES, salute. Shogun. Yo, you never checked Derek Gaines? You never saw The Warriors? Bro, please watch that film this week. Please. You're going to love it. I got hyped when they showed the New York subway map. The man pictured underneath is a man by the name of Felix Sturm. My brother Thomas in the building. What's good? That's Felix Sturm. Now let me explain what happened here. Felix Sturm, 160-pound German fighter, durable guy. Matter of fact, I looked at his box rec. I think he last fought in 2023, right? And here's what happened. Oscar De La Hoya fought him at 160. And if you look on BoxRec, it said that Felix lost to Oscar. Go watch that fight, y'all. Go watch the fight. You're going to notice some things. PGH, what's good? You're going to notice some things. And I saw that this fight was on a pay-per-view. And a lot of y'all remember, most of you don't. Let me bring you up to speed about what happened here, because there was a lot of business behind this. Okay. Oscar De La Hoya went to middleweight. All right. There was a small tournament. Right? It's a 4-man tournament. It was Oscar versus Felix Sturm, and this was on the same card. Oscar was the main event. The co-main event was Bernard Hopkins. And who did he fight, y'all? I forgot who he fight, but it was on the same card. And the winners of their fight was going to meet each other on another pay-per-view a couple of months later. So B-Hop won his fight. I forgot who he fought, but B-Hop won his fight. And I remember him being backstage praying, literally, because Felix Sturm started putting the beats on Oscar. Oscar took his robe off and he had love handles, bro. And I said, uh-oh, that don't look good. Felix is a natural 160-pounder. You couldn't see Oscar's abs, really. It was crazy. And Oscar started getting outboxed. I mean, his hand speed was there. Ravens Nation, salute. His hand speed was there. But Felix was naturally the bigger guy. He was putting the jab in his forehead, knocking him off balance. Neither guy was really like in trouble. But it was clear that Felix was winning the fight. And every time a round ended, they went to the locker room. You see B-Hop sitting there saying, please, please win, because he wanted that payday against Oscar. Well, the fight, the bell rings. Sam Max, salute. Bell rings. Salute to the queen. The bell rings. And I'm like, well, there goes that. Oscar gets announced the winner. Felix Sturm is laughing. They put the mic in his face. Yo, what happened? He said, well, you saw what happened. Oh, he fought Robert Allen. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Thank you. So he beat Robert Allen. Stormy Crazy. He said love handles and kitchen utensils. Starring De La Hoya. Now on Pornhub in 1080p. Jesus. Peace. Salute, Gary. Thank you. So I remember Felix saying, Oscar should retire from the sport and never come back. He should never return. And I believe there was mention, I don't remember if it was mentioned in the ring, but somebody asked him about a rematch. He said, man, Oscar ain't fighting me. He don't need to. So there goes that. But when you look at BoxRec, you see Felix Sturm on Oscar's BoxRec, and it's an L for Felix Sturm. But I watched the fight, and I encourage y'all, go watch all these fights are on YouTube now. Go watch the fight, and you tell me who won. Felix Sturm won that fight, but he didn't get the nod because why? The very next pay-per-view was Oscar De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins. Now, Oscar came in that fight more in shape. He didn't have love handles, but that was when you saw there was a very big difference between him and Oscar. I was like, oh, no. And Oscar got stopped with a body shot. But Felix Sturm was a durable guy. Go watch the fight, and y'all get back to me and tell me. When y'all watch the fight, when I upload this video, in the comment section, all these fights, I want y'all to watch it. Slip the jab, salute. And y'all let me know all these fights, who won. Well, I pretty much know. Y'all ain't got to tell me about Devin and Bud, because that's fresh. But these two fights that I'm going to talk about right now that I'm starting off with, y'all let me know who, because a lot of y'all either haven't saw it or y'all don't remember it. Felix Sturm won that fight. But who the hell's going to pay to watch Bernard Hopkins versus this guy, whom, I'm not saying he'd have beat B-Hop, but that would have been a better fight. Because he was a natural 160. Sturm was a durable guy, he's a German dude. And he took his loss in stride because he knew what time it was. He knew what they were doing. They were talking about it the whole pay-per-view. This was a pay-per-view leading up to the big pay-per-view. But all they had to do was win. Hopkins won his fight. Oscar was the main event. They said, all right, he ain't getting knocked out, give it to him. Brother Bakari, what up? So, what's the reality in that? We know what we saw, right? We know what we saw. But the reality is, it was bigger business. Ain't nobody gonna pay to see Bernard Hopkins. He wasn't a draw like that, believe it or not. B-Hop needed a dance partner. He needed that Felix Trinidad fight. He needed that Oscar De La Hoya fight, and he got it. But by himself, he can't move the needle, and that was just the reality of it. And Bernard Hopkins is a Hall of Fame fighter. I mean, putting aside the type of person he turned out to be outside of the ring. Same thing with Oscar. These guys are Hall of Fame fighters, man. Ain't nobody was gonna pay to watch B-Hop versus Felix Sturm, especially the American public. Ain't no one know who Felix Sturm was. But by round 5, they was like, yo, he's whooping Oscar, man. What's going on? Put the camera backstage, and B-Hop was praying. So this was the result of business. This was the result of business. And they fought in America. Nobody was checking for Felix Sturm in America. Oscar De La Hoya is the golden boy. Detroit, what up? He's the golden boy. But go watch the fight. If y'all think I'm making it up, go watch the fight. If you didn't see this fight, that's okay. That's okay. Look, listen. Y'all know, I get on here and tell y'all I don't know everything, but I talk about the things that I have seen. And I'm not right all the time. Sturm is German, Chip. He's German. So they brought his ass from Germany, threw him on his pay-per-view, and he started boxing Oscar's face in, because you're gonna see the difference, the size. And then Oscar looked out of shape. When he took his robe off, I think you hear Jim Lampley go, oh. He had love handles. You never seen Oscar with love handles? Yeah, it was like, oh man. Round one, he was throwing heat. So I said, okay, the hand speed's there, but then I was concerned. I said, he's visibly out of shape. Can he keep this up for 12 rounds? Because I don't think he's knocking this dude out. And he didn't. Felix was never hurt. He had a tight, his guard was like a winky right guard. And he was never threatened. He stood in front of Oscar the whole night and popped him with a jab. Boom, 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 pushed him back. He was a bigger guy. And I said, man, if he was the type of guy that walked forward and was throwing bombs, Oscar would have a problem. Turned right around for B-Hop, and B-Hop walked him down and landed one and ended the fight. And if Felix did that, could have, it's crazy. Dill Spoolie, Slim Hussein, Young Abel, Xavier, what up? Xavier, was that your son being interviewed? Saw it on Instagram. Salute. So the reality was there was business behind this. You knew what time it was. As soon as the pay-per-view started, they said both men have to win so they could face each other. I said, man, it's predetermined. All these guys got to do is get to the card. And to be honest, that pay-per-view wasn't really a pay-per-view. Sure will in the building. That's right. Thursday, we in this thing. LDBC family reunion. Salute. Be there, be square. But I bought it anyway because, I love the sport. And I wanted to see what was happening. But go watch Felix Sturm versus Oscar De La Hoya. It's like, yo, what did they do that? Well, you know why. You know why they did that. You know exactly why they did that. Yeah, Xavier, I would have loved to have seen Felix Sturm versus B-Hop too, but the rest of the public, listen, here's the reality behind Oscar De La Hoya. And I remember watching this being spoken about. They said, when I say they, I mean HBO, they did an analysis. They noticed their boxing views went up when Oscar De La Hoya was fighting on HBO. And it was like, how could this be? You know what was happening? Women were tuning in to watch him. Because he was this is the old Oscar. Not the bloated guy we see today. But a lot of women were tuning in to see this dude. Trey Sean, what up? Cameron Fields, salute. A lot of women were tuning in. Their ratings went up because, I guess he was a handsome guy. He was a marketable guy. He speaks Spanish. He represents his Mexican side. He speaks fluent Spanish. And I guess he was a handsome lad. And here's the thing. I mean, we clown him now because he's a weirdo. But listen, man, look at this man's resume. He fought everybody. He was a fighter, y'all. Oscar was a fighter. I mean, we clown him now. But Oscar was a fighter. He wanted all the smoke. In reality, he didn't even need... Bro, he wasn't supposed to be in there with Felix Sturm and Bernard Hopkins. He wasn't supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to be there. And there was another fight I meant to put up here and I forgot. I thought he beat Felix Trinidad. He didn't do nothing for the last 3 rounds. But in between that, I thought he racked up enough points. Now, they punished him for those last 3 rounds. But I thought he won the fight. But, Felix, had a huge Puerto Rican fan base. And at that time, he was a little more exciting. So, you know, yeah, Thomas, I said it. But, you know, they did what they did. They did what they did, and it is what it is, man. And you know what happened? He beat Oscar. Felix ended up, now watch this, Thomas ain't gonna like this. He ended up in the ring with B-Hop. And just like Oscar, Tito shouldn't have did that. Tito was feeling himself. I said, no, this right here, no. Y'all gonna see. 9/11 postponed the fight for about 2 weeks. But when they got it popping, you saw what happened. Yeah, Xavier, I thought Oscar won that, but man. So, robbery versus reality. I thought Felix Stern was robbed. But the reality is nobody was gonna pay to see no B-Hop versus Stern. I would have appreciated the fight, but I don't view boxing like 80% of the people that just show up to watch it because it's something to do on the weekend. It's a fight party. You know what I mean? Seen and unseen boxing. D-Man Jr. salute. I don't. That's not me, y'all. I love the sport. I stopped going to fight parties because I watch all the fights. So everyone's socializing. And listen, it's a party. I get it. But everyone's socializing. Me and maybe 2 other people are actually watching the screen. And I can have somewhat of a conversation. Most part, I end up, they're like, well, who's this? Oh, man, well, this guy looks good. Well, what is this? You know, and I ended up talking to maybe 2 or 3 guys, like, you know, just educating them because they know that I know what I'm looking at. No one starts paying attention until the last 3 fights of the night. Tone, what up? Yeah, I think he did. Shaquilla, what up? What's going on? I think Todd French was good. I think, Tony, I think you're right. I think he did admit it. But, you know, business. Robbery versus reality. So people forgot about that. So I encourage you guys to, when you get time, watch the Felix Stern versus Oscar De La Hoya fight, and y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section when this video uploads. Now, y'all might remember this. This is a little more recent. That's Chris Algieri, and the guy right underneath is Ruslan Provodnikov. You remember him? Y'all remember Ruslan Provodnikov? You remember that? This guy, his star power was a blink of an eye. And y'all want to know how he got that star power? I mean, HBO jumped on this bandwagon fast. First time we heard of Ruslan Provodnikov was against who? The Desert Storm Tim Bradley. And Tim Bradley, I ain't gonna harp on that too long, but Tim Bradley fought the dumbest fight of his life against this man. This dude is from over there, that part in Russia where it's borderline China. Like there's a spot in there when there's people that speak Russian but they look Asian, like Dmitry Bivol, who gives the Effistan somewhere over there. Like they look Asian but they're Russian. It's weird. And then some of them be Muslim. They look like Asian Russians, but they Muslim. It's like strange. You know what I mean? You know, he gets in there with Tim, and Tim was coming off an emotional win versus Manny Pacquiao. And instead of people celebrating him, he was getting death threats. They were insulting his wife. They were mailing things to his home. I mean, these trolls found out where he lived and was mailing him hate mail. It was crazy. And it messed with him. G. McCall, what up? It messed with him. So when he got into the ring with this fella, Ruslan Provodnikov, he tried to go to war with him, but Tim remembered, he was reminded as good of a physique he has, because Tim was in shape. And no Epstein, pause. You know, I watch bodybuilding. I used to bodybuild. Tim Bradley had another career in bodybuilding if he stopped boxing. Tim Bradley, and you know who else? Andre Berto. Andre Berto. But Tim got in there, and although he had a menacing physique, for whatever reason, Mr. Shelton, what up? For whatever reason, he don't have power like that. He slaps his punches sometimes, but you know what? He has a good enough chin, and Tim Bradley has a whole lot of heart. And he needed it in this fight because he went in there and tried to go to war with this guy, and this guy started piecing him up. I was like, what is he doing? He ain't fight Manny Pacquiao like this. And you know what? The HBO commentary loved it. But I'm at home watching it like, no. I mean, there was like about 3 times in that fight where I just swore the ref was going to stop it. I'm like, man, he's just giving this guy this fight, man. Now, Tim got to the cards. Yeah, that last round was hell. I thought they were going to stop the fight, man. Tim got to the cards. And surprisingly, I felt Tim did enough to win, but he just fought real stupid, and they gave it to him. Tim, from what I understand, he had slurred speech for a few months. I said, he doesn't fight like this. Why'd he do that? TJ, what up? And everyone was like, all right, we know Tim Bradley. Okay, he won. He's going to get the Manny Pacquiao rematch. They wanted Manny Pacquiao to get that belt back off of him, though. But they said, while we're at it, though, while Tim is healing up, who's this Ruslan Provodnikov guy? He's white, Asian type. Okay, can we market this guy? Dragon Fang, salute. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that happened with this guy. Y'all might not know it. You know how I know Ruslan Provodnikov? Y'all remember the Drunken Master? Y'all remember? Emmanuel Augustus? Well, Augustus fought Ruslan Provodnikov, I believe, on short notice on ESPN. I mean, he always took fights like that. Emmanuel Augustus fought him on short notice. Now, I can't remember if this was after the Bradley fight or before. It may have been before. But he took that fight on a couple of days' notice or maybe a week's notice. It was short notice. Emmanuel always did things like that. Now, and then if you go watch that fight, I want y'all to watch the Emmanuel Augustus versus Provodnikov fight. Emmanuel doesn't fight like that. He fought in a high guard right in front of him. There was no dancing or nothing. He fought him in the pocket, and he got stopped. He got stopped. And I said, man, what the hell? Pompey, what up? Where you been? And I was like, yo, what? Why is he fighting it? Well, he ain't had no camp. There was no dancing or nothing. He went in there with a high guard, fought in the pocket, and got stopped. I think that may have been before Tim Bradley. I think. And that's when I noticed him. See, Provodnikov was the type of fighter that ESPN likes to put on because, you know, he provides some he provided some excitement. Well, he gets the Bradley fight, and Bradley fought a dumb fight. Okay. So now, where we at with this? Where we at with this? HBO says, let's gamble with this kid. They put him in the ring with Chris Algieri. And shout out to Chris from Long Island. You know, he ain't no sucker. He has above average skill. They put him in there with Chris Algieri in Madison Square Garden. And Ruslan is just Ruslan. He's walking forward, hooks. You know what? You watch him, he'll remind you a lot of Isaac Cruz. When I first saw Isaac Cruz, I said, he has like a Provodnikov style. No jabs, head movement, get on the inside, and hook you to death. But if you're not there for those punches, what's he got? Now, I need you guys to go watch the Chris Algieri, Ruslan Provodnikov fight and tell me what you see. Chris was putting the jab in his forehead, showing him angles, swollen his eye. But you know what happened? I think Chris got dropped twice in that fight. I think Chris' eye was, listen, stop judging fights off of damage on the face. Some people bruise easier than others. Stop doing that, y'all. Chris' eye, I think it was his right eye, was completely shut. And there was one knockdown where Ruslan bull rushed him and hit him with a hook. And when Chris fell, he did like a somersault. And the crowd went crazy. But guess what? He got up. Y'all remember when Manny Pacquiao knocked down Bradley and he started, doing somersaults in the ring? And I'm like, come on, bro. There's better ways to apologize. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe no one anything. Why are you flipping in the ring? Did someone say, yo, man, when you fight Manny, he knock you down, you need to do a flip. Or else I'm going to keep emailing you. I'm going to keep mailing you. I'm going to put, anthrax in the envelope. Remember they were doing that? You know what I'm saying? And what happened was Algieri gets to the cards and he won it. He won it. And guess what? I had him winning. When I go to work the next day, what are people talking about? Chris swole eye. I said, no, man. Some people don't swell like everyone else. Don't talk to me about his swollen eye. Watch the fight. Yeah, but he was knocked down. So what? Ruslan, he was lumped up too. He couldn't catch Chris. The rounds that he hit the canvas, those were 10-8 rounds. But outside of that, Chris won the fight. It was a close fight, but Chris won it. When they raised his hand, you saw Ruslan looking around like, what? I said, no, they got it right. Copper was good. They got it right. But what do people remember? Him tumbling in the ring, and when he was on the ropes, Ruslan trying to tee off on him. But Chris boxed him. He won the fight, man. He showed hard he won the fight. Long Island stand up. But if y'all disagree, let me know in the comment section when I upload this video. Watch the fight from start to finish. Don't be distracted. Ratchet, what up? And just watch it and tell me what you feel. You see, what happens is people win the drama of fights. They win the drama of the fight. The guy you expect to win has a tougher time, but you're too busy watching him and anticipating him doing something special. And then when it goes 12, that special moment doesn't happen. You're like, oh man. Now, why is it a lot of people, because I want to say, well, I wasn't online at the time, but there weren't that many people that don't understand boxing. There weren't people like screaming for Ruslan Provodnikov, justice for him. Again, I wasn't online at the time, and I don't think the internet was popping like that. Monta Musa, my brother, what up? But it wasn't a robbery. It was a close fight. Stop calling close fights robberies. Stop that. Watch Felix Stern versus Oscar. Tell me what you think. Watch Chris Algieri versus Ruslan Provodnikov. Then tell me what you think. And by the way, that was pretty much the end of Ruslan's shine. I know he had some fights after that, but HBO didn't want to gamble on this guy. You know why? They already had a guy that does what he does with a bigger fan base by the name of Ricky Hatton. I remember that was a fantasy fight of mine. I said, I want to see Ruslan Provodnikov versus Ricky Hatton, because that fight wouldn't have went 12. Maybe Ricky would have beat him, because I'm thinking maybe Ricky was a little smarter than him. Maybe. You know what, Copper? I'm going to save that for a whole nother live on how do people judge a fight, how you supposed to judge a fight. Robbery versus reality. Chris' face was swollen. His eye was completely shut, and he did a somersault in the ring. But outside of that, he won the fight. Watch it yourself. Watch it yourself, and you'll see. Now, Devin Haney, well, hold on. Before I go there, I'll give you another example. Xavier, you lying to me right now. Boxing fan times 4, what up? You lying to me right now. Are you serious? Is this real? Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate you. Hold on. Wait a minute. And stop playing with me, bro. Jimmy Bernard, what up? He didn't post that. Stop. Anyway. So before I get to that, Roy Jones Jr. versus Antonio Tarver. Like I said, there's a bunch of fights. The first fight. I'm going to say it again. The first fight wasn't a robbery. Roy won the fight. But that was the first time we saw Roy tired and laying on the ropes in the high guard. Roy's eye was a little swollen because when he was picking off Antonio Tarver's shots, the lace from his glove was rubbing his eye every time he hit him in the guard. So it looked good, and we never seen Roy like that. But when he kept the fight in the middle of the ring, he won easy. In fact, when they rematched, he won the first round so easy. I said, man, he does this for 12 rounds, it's over. And then he got caught in the second round, hands down. The first fight, Roy Jones won the fight, man. But that was the first time you saw him tighten on the ropes because he just came from losing he lost 25 pounds of pure muscle to go back down to 175 after beating John Ruiz. He lost about 25 pounds of muscle to go back down to fight Antonio Tarver. So, of course, he was tired. He didn't lose fat. He lost muscle. Being that was the first time you saw him vulnerable, Antonio Tarver won the drama of the fight. And that was emotionally driven. That's what these fans do. They're emotionally driven. And they don't understand what they're looking at. Roy won that fight. But Antonio Tarver won the drama of the fight. Now, and there's a bunch of, man, I could go on and on and on. I see y'all in the chat. Eris Landry Lara versus Paul Williams. Y'all remember Paul Williams when he fought, oh God, what was that brother's name? No, I gotta look it up now. I'm gonna tell you the fight. Paul Williams, the boxer, not the songwriter, you idiot. I'm gonna tell you right now. It was Carlos Quintana. Go watch Carlos Quintana versus Paul Williams. Carlos Quintana couldn't miss, but Paul had such a devastating chin. But Carlos Quintana, if you look on the box rec, right? The thing was, all right, when they first fought, Carlos Quintana couldn't miss, and they gave it to Quintana, right? And I remember, people were like, yo, man, Paul can't be taking shots like that, right? So Paul fought him in the rematch, and he got him out of there fast. Should there have been a rubber match? I think so, but what it is. But in that first fight, I was like, what's going on? He couldn't miss. drama-filled fight, man. The first Sergio Martinez fight when Paul fought him. High-action fight. A lot of people felt that Sergio Martinez beat him. I mean, I gotta go back and look at it. Cano Loco in TV in the building, salute. Yo, it wasn't a robbery. Close fights are not robberies. They did what they had to do. They ran it back, and he put Paul to sleep. Fair and square. There it is. I thought that should have been a rubber match right there too. You know, and salute to Paul Williams. He had that motorcycle accident, and you know what sucks? Paul Williams was supposed to be Canelo Alvarez's first big name fight. His first step up fight. I'll just say that. OG Mr. Mont, salute. Yeah. He illed out on the motorcycle after that fight was signed. That was crazy. Snoopy, what up? But let's go. I thought Lara beat Paul too. I think so. But what do we know, right? So now let's go to Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. Again, Loma won the drama of the fight, man. He won the drama of the fight. America was rooting for Loma. The Ukraine was rooting for Loma. Devin got 1,000,001 haters. Majority of them are black with wide noses like him. Some of his complexion and darker. I watched the fight. Don't care what any Lomachenko fan says. I watched the fight. Loma didn't win the fight, man. Y'all don't know how to score fights. Y'all can clown and do all this other weird stuff. Here's the facts. Loma went to the hospital with broken ribs at the end of the fight. Did y'all know that? Loma went to the hospital with broken ribs. And right there, you know why he's crying? He's crying because he didn't do enough to win the fight and his ribs hurt. That's a true story. Devin went home and ate some food and partied. Not kidding. Loma went to the hospital and then got on the damn plane and flew back to the Ukraine to serve the soldiers some lunch. That's what he did. That's what he did. We ain't gonna talk about the raccoons and the self-hating tap dancers. We ain't gonna talk about that. But a lot of y'all don't know how to score the fight. Y'all too busy watching one fighter in anticipation to do something. Loma did what he did. He got on his ballerina shoes, ran around the ring. He landed some stuff. But Devin landed the more cleaner shots. He backed Loma up in spots, and he bullied him down the stretch. And it wasn't an easy fight, but Devin won. 9-3, exactly, Shawa. That's how I had it. When I rewatched it, I had it 8-4. But then I watched it again. I said, hold on. But when you're there watching it live or you're watching on TV and you're in love with one fighter, you're too busy watching the ballerina moves. That's what I'm saying. Some of these guys could get in the ring and shadow box. Y'all remember the Anthony Joshua fans? I'm like, yo, wait, hold on. And it's like that with some Tank fans. I said, man, why don't this guy just sell a pay-per-view? Why don't he just sell a pay-per-view with him shadow boxing in the ring by himself? Y'all cool with that? Y'all cool with that? Y'all are just dead cool with that. He did not win this fight. It was not a robbery. What is wrong with y'all? The reality is he lost. And stop acting like you haven't seen him lose before. I don't know how you Negroes put this guy on a pedestal. He lost his second pro fight and never ran it back. He got a ring with Teofimo Lopez and didn't throw a punch for 6 rounds. That's why he lost. Never ran it back. Yeah, electric circuit, Deontay Wilder versus Fury 1. That was a robbery, but nobody want to listen to us. That was not a draw. You mean to tell me look, if they split the whole fight 6-6, if Fury won 6 rounds and Deontay won 6 rounds, it's not a draw. Why? Because Fury got dropped twice. 2 of those rounds for Deontay was 10-8. How is it a draw? How? Stop it, man. Seen and Unseen says Black Lives need to hear this. No, that's why his ass ain't here. I don't know what these brothers. You know what? When I listen to brothers like that talk, I remember seeing something on the news, and it was on Instagram. You know, black people are diseased. Yeah, I'm saying it. Very diseased. I saw this brother with a gun, an AR-15, talking to a news reporter, talking about the Ukraine. Man, they can't do that to them over there, man. That's just wrong, man. I mean, I'm about to go over there, and I'm like, is he trolling? And it said Americans are just outraged at Putin's invasion of the Ukraine. And I'm like, I'm sorry, is this brother, did he pick up arms when God knows how many of us get shot in the street talking about, yo, this can't happen? While holding a legal AR-15? Where did they throw the camera in his face then? What are we talking about? We live in a country, and this is something else I saw on social media. It was a black kid and a white kid, well, young men. And they said, we both have the same firearm, and it's legal. Y'all remember when these crackers was walking up and down the street with AR-15s when Obama was in office? Oh, it's my Second Amendment right. I can carry this in my state. And there was a slew of white people walking around the street with those guns in malls. Oh, this is an open carry state. Obama's in office. Now everyone wants to open carry. So this white dude and this black dude said, okay, this is an open carry state. These firearms are legal. Right? And the white kid said, I'm going to walk that way. He said, my friend is going to walk this way. And they followed the white kid. People walking by him, nothing happened. He got this thing on his back like he's going hunting. Well, that brother got about 4 blocks. And squad cars came from all directions. Helicopters in the air. They pulled out their guns. Get on the ground! And he complied, and luckily he didn't get shot. I wouldn't even play like that. And guess what? Nothing happened. He wasn't arrested. He wasn't an EDP, an emotionally disturbed person. Derek, you saw that, right? So he's on the ground with knees on his back and all this other stuff. No, it was a legal carry. They both lived in the state. He didn't break any rules. His friend is walking in the other direction 10 blocks with the same firearm. The same firearm. And he's in the other direction on the floor. People looking with their phones out. Yup, recorded. Because his man is in the other direction. That's how we treat it. And I'm looking at this brother talking about free the Ukraine, and he got a gun and he wants to go over there, and they can't do that to these people. What the hell? So when I see black people, I mean, seriously, not trolling, but seriously, standing in the pocket for Lomachenko. Did I say Lomachenko can't fight? No. Did I say he's trash? No. That'd be discrediting Devin Haney. No. What I did say is, this dude does not need my support because the red carpet is rolled out for him. He'll be just fine no matter what. Even right now, he's being treated like the A-side. He openly ducked Tank and said, money don't move me. He just put you Negroes on blast. But I don't see enough videos of people. Yo, listen, if Devin did what Loma did to Tank just now, there'd be a live stream right now, and there'd be like another 300 people right now in my chat. Drew, you ain't gonna talk about Devin? Why don't you call Bill, get him on the show? But this dude's home chilling with his family, and he told you what it's gonna be. He showed up to the fight last week and absolutely sunned Shakur. Sunned him. Why ain't gonna fight me? We can go outside and fight right now. No, I'm talking about in the ring. Shakur, Jersey, you should have said, bet, let's go. Don't be in there smiling. You ain't got to be nice. I don't see Tank. Why, listen, man. Why ain't Tank rolling up on Loma like that? Leave Paris. Those brothers over there are going to be all right. Leave Paris. You should have been at that fight. And you should have been on his bumper. Yo, why you ducking me? Why ain't Tank out here talking about privilege? Why ain't talking about privilege? Huh? That's why I'm not interested in anything Black Lives says. Anybody black standing in the pocket for Lomachenko, you're suspect to me. He's a fighter, yes. He's nice with it, yes. But you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that he's the greatest thing since Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali. I got offended. He did not beat Devin Haney at all. And sidebar, if you're black, even if you felt that, you're supposed to hold that. You're supposed to hold that. Why are everybody else allowed to be on code but us? And I'm going to give you another example. Devin Haney won that fight. I'm done with it. I'll talk about Shakur tomorrow. He won the fight. They got it right. Now let's go to Bud and Madrimov. True, we ain't never seen Bud, not figure out a fighter. Well, you know what? I think he did figure him out. Bud understood what he was dealing with. Now, I scored it a draw. I did. But you know something? F that. Bud won. Now, everybody else allowed to be on code, right? F that. Bud won. I scored it a draw, but you know what? F that. Tie goes to the more popular fighter, right? So yeah, the judges had it right. I don't care. I ain't gotta be fair. Boss, I don't care. I ain't gotta be fair. There ain't nobody ever fair with us. Bud won. I don't care. I'm cool with it. Forget my scoring. I'm just a guy on YouTube and I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Cool. So Bud won. Bud hurt him twice. I forgot at the end of which round he hit him to the body and made him take, you see that face he got right there? That's probably after a body shot. He said, ooh. The fight was a little more difficult than people anticipated. And mind you, I've watched Madrimov's past fights. He didn't fight like that versus Bud. I said, oh, what's he doing? He switched up his style. Okay, and it worked because he didn't get knocked out. But he was hurt 2 times. Chief Wildfire, salute. I'm not hearing anything these cats have to say, man. You always allowed, man. We ain't never allowed to just relax and enjoy something. We can't even sit in the park and congregate without somebody talking about what are they doing. Call the police. What they doing? Why they here? Why they always here? Yeah, we always here because we live in the neighborhood. Yeah, but why y'all gotta always be here? Man, shut up. Nah, Xavier, chill. I'm working right now. They always doing shit like this. Oh, I curse. Shout out to Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Darn it, now I won't get monetized. Shout out to that doodoo chaser.
Stupid butts.
Willie Low, Willie Low, Willie Low. Bomb squad in the building. Yeah, Mr. Holmes, it was round 11. Was it round 11? Yeah, he heard him. He heard him in round 11. And I forget which round. It may have been round 9. Bud hit him to the body, and the round ended. And when he turned around, he was taking a deep breath. I said, man, Bud should have took the air out of those tires from round 3. That's how you stop that herky-jerky movement. But, you know, Bud was getting caught with some straight rights. Swelled up his eye. Willie Lowe, they removing your comments. Do me a favor. Mr. Shelton, screenshot that and send it to me. That's crazy, y'all. Y'all know there's certain things y'all can't say. JDM, salute. That's crazy, y'all. You go to these other pages that are anti-Devin, anti-Errol, anti-Deontay, and read those comments. Google moms don't bother them at all. And there be some amazing things written. F this, F his mama. That's why he's going through that with his brother. All kinds of weird stuff these people say. They come over here and you can't say, man, I don't like that guy. Come on, man. I'm the enemy. They treat us, listen, Google treats us, the way they treat us is exactly why Philando Castile is dead. Do you have a gun in the car? You have any weapons on you? Yes, I have a firearm. It's a legal carry. And I have the identification for it and everything. Okay, can I see it? Okay, it's in my pocket. Let me get it. Drop the weapon! Boom! With his girlfriend and the baby in the back. You asked for ID. He told you I have a firearm and I have all the credentials for it. A legal carry. Philando Castile was a teacher. Shot him in the car in cold blood. Well, that's how we're treated. I just told you the story. White man and a black man with the same weapons, walking 2 different directions. The white man is unbothered. 4 blocks later, the black man is on the floor with 1,000 cops surrounding him in a legal carry state. But you ninjas want to stand in the pocket for Lomachenko. You ninjas want to tell me that Madrimov really won this fight and he got robbed. And here I am saying, okay, let me call it how I see it. Let me call it how I see it. I had it a draw. You see? I had it a draw. I ain't got no ill will towards Madrimov. He's Muslim too, by the way. He's Muslim. But Bo Mac, they're out here hating on Bud. You see what I mean? Wasn't me. Where these Madrimov fans come from? But Loma was in the crowd, right? But that's not his Christian brother. But they on code. Christian and Muslim, they on code. Why? They speak the same language. But you Negroes, y'all will never get it. And I'm cool with that. We're done. Willie Lowe just texted me. He said, what he put in the chat, this is the comment that they wouldn't allow him to, that Google wouldn't allow him to upload. Meanwhile, all the people shooting up schools and grocery stores and crowds are what color again? Google won't allow him to upload the comment, but I've officially said it. Thank you, Mr. Shelton. But if you go to other content creators, they literally wish death on us. They wish death on the fighters that we support. The lunatics in their comment section co-signing that. Google, they do not bother them. We over here talking about something real. They're not letting comments come through. So when I look at you guys that stand in the pocket for Lomachenko and they talking about Bud lost, no. I'm done asking y'all to be on code. I already know what time it is. Y'all are diseased. I scored at a draw, but you know what? I reneged that. Bud won. I'm cool with it. It was a close fight. But the more popular fighter gets the nod. Like in baseball. When the baseman touches the bag, at the same time the runner touched the bag, tie goes to the runner. I believe that's the rule. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the rule. Tie goes to the runner, right? I don't know. But that's how I'm treating it. It's a draw. Bud really won. Don't nobody want to see Majimov. But you raccoons and tap dancers. The brothers that want to pick up arms and go fight for the Ukraine. The dudes that got questions every time a black man shot. What did he do, though? Be born. Todd French in that super chat, he said, Cook, bro. He said, Cook, fam, Bud won. They can kick rocks on code. Exactly. Bud won. F that. Royal Constrictor, salute. Bud won. Eric Jordan in that super chat. He said, Bud has the power of the ninja sword. Hashtag Miguel.
Give power to my nigger sword!
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Salute to Miguel. Salute to Miguel. Christopher Side Dude Morrison, he said, when Crawford beat Spence Jr., as I predicted, they took my... Who took your wrench? Where would you at that you had a wrench if they took it? Who took it? Wait, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, you got to disguise certain words. YouTube user says, can we talk about Bud's gloves? Because why past 3 fights his gloves been weird? I don't know what you're talking about. Now listen carefully. I do, but I don't. How about that? I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. If we can't talk about Tyson Fury's gloves and drugs and postponing fights, and we can't get a straight answer out of Jared Anderson, whether who had COVID in the camp, and that man walked around Vegas with COVID and buying people cars, then I don't know nothing about Bud's gloves, man. I don't know anything. What y'all talking about? I don't know nothing. Shauna, what up? Leroy, I don't know what you're talking about. Gloves? What gloves? They wore gloves? What gloves? What do you mean? Hold on, so y'all can see my face. Yeah, boxers wear gloves in the ring. What are y'all talking about? Bud's gloves? Here's what's funny. Leroy and YouTube user, I don't recall y'all being in my chat when I was talking about Ryan Garcia's cheating. I'm just keeping it. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying, I've gone on some serious Ryan Garcia rants since he was caught trying to kill Devin Haney. I don't recall seeing y'all here. What gloves? I don't know. Maybe Bud got such powerful fists that they grow like Hulk fists. Remember kids running around with the Hulk fist? Maybe his fists are so powerful that the gloves explode. You know, like Tyson Fury had such powerful hands that he was able to crack Deontay's skull. Remember that? Because Sugar Hill taught him how to turn his punches. Because he should have had more knockouts. I told him how to turn his punches. That's what Sugar Hill told me. He should have had more knockouts because I had to teach him how to turn his punches. He used to slap. I had to teach him how to, that's why he broke Deontay's skull in the second fight. I don't know how long y'all been on YouTube, but I've never seen y'all when I talked about Fury's gloves or Ryan Garcia's cheating. I don't know, bro. So I don't know about Bud's gloves? I don't know. What I don't see nothing. Gloves? Huh? What? The gloves exploded? I don't know. Word, Mr. Shelton, that Kronk power. Word, D-man, baseball gloves? Oh, wait, Bud had MMA gloves underneath the regular gloves, right? Oh, yeah, Brandon, we ain't gonna talk about that. His glove, Ryan, oh, man. I did a whole live about skin and gloves, bro. Gloves? You remember what happened with Mike Fox? Remember they tried to kill Mike Fox? That bastard came to the ring with skin gloves and the team caught it. And the ref said, who signed off on these? The commission in the back. You know the commission that's supposed to prevent cheating? That said the same commissions, the same style of commission that said cheating is impossible because there's commissions in the back. They stop all of that stuff. You're making excuses for the brother Deontay. He just lost a fair one. And Tyson Fury, 6'9", 300 pounds. He never broke a skull in his life, but he has a record of cheating with gloves. Christian Hammer, Nicholas Asbury, Deontay Wilder, but y'all ain't see nothing, right? So I don't care about Bud's gloves because y'all told us to shut up about gloves. All right, so I'm gonna shut up. Mike Fox or Shockey Foster, but you want me to shut up about gloves. Y'all want me to talk about Bud's gloves? I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing.
Fool ass Earthman.
They called us criers, right? So Bud put the beats on people. You know, they want us to talk about gloves. I'm telling you, these cats need to stop crying. Cut it out, man. I don't want to talk about no gloves. Y'all told us to stop talking about gloves. I don't want to talk about it. Didn't happen. Main biker in that super chat, much love. He said Bud gloves exploded. They tried to blow his hand up. Yeah, it's a setup. You see what happened was they put some M80s in his gloves and say, Bud, put it on quick. He was like, what? And when he grabbed them, the M80 exploded. He said, man, stop playing. Get me another pair of gloves. Or some Tom and Jerry. Put them on quick. Boom. Stop playing, y'all. Come on, I got to fight in like an hour. Get me some new gloves. Bud came out with the Hulk fist. Now Bud a cheater, right? I ain't entertaining it. I'm not entertaining it. Monster Musa said, since Emmanuel Stewart passed through the Kronk Gym, is now the Crack Gym under Sugar Hill.
Whoa! What the
Stupid butts.
Oh, man. F that, Bud won. And I know people are mad. I want you to be mad. Y'all notice all of a sudden snack is a problem when Bud is over there and Devin was over there. They ain't say nothing about Benavidez over there. They went straight to Bud and Devin, didn't they? I did a whole live stream asking y'all, are y'all cool with Victor Conte being in boxing? Y'all cool with that? It seems that he's focused on PBC fighters. You remember when I said that? I said, y'all cool with Victor Conte? With his reputation being in boxing? I asked y'all that. That's one of my least watched live streams. That, right? Here's my least watched live streams. Victor Conte and Snack. I was asking the question. I said, he has a reputation now, and surprise, surprise, he's blaming a lot of PBC fighters that there's a lot of black fighters over there. He's questioning them. I didn't like that. But y'all cool with it? Y'all let me know by your viewership. And I said, okay, I'm going to fall back. Now, Ryan Garcia says that it's a problem. Literally, like 2 years later, it's a problem now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it now. Forget it. You know what else is the least watched video? About 2 years ago, I did a live stream about Mauricio Suleiman saying that he's going to step in and save the Summer Games, boxing in the Summer Olympics. And I said, look, I don't want the boxing program to disappear from the Olympics, but they were saying the Olympics is so corrupt. We want to get rid of boxing because the boxing program is so corrupt. And I said, okay, fix it, but don't take help from this guy because he's running around in Saudi, in Dubai or whatever he is, with Daniel Kinahan. I did a live stream about that. Not even 1,000 views. And here we are 2 years later on both topics. There you go. I don't want to hear nothing about snack. I don't want to hear nothing about the Olympics. Now they got dudes running around with wigs on, beating up on girls. Well, one chick, from what I understand, she failed. The reason why there's a controversy behind it, because they say she failed the gender test. What is a gender test? Trip, I spoke about Bacoli yesterday. Salute to him. Keltu Slimy, what up? What is a gender test? Do they do that by blood or do they look? Tell the chick to take her pants down, look, check the plumbing, and ask her, do you have ovaries? Was you born with that? Because it seems the chick that looks like a dude, the Algerian chick, it seems that she was born a biological girl, but she has an imbalance, and I think they used to call it hermaphrodite, but she's more women. But like she, you know, there's some people that are born with both things. And at birth, you have to make a decision. Do you want this to be a girl or a boy? Well, she has more female parts, so you have to remove. I don't know. I forgot how it goes. But there's that. And she's probably a woman, but probably has the plumbing, but can't reproduce. But she gives off male hormones, and she has man strength, but she's legally a girl, but she's failing gender tests. So of course there's going to be confusion. Then I understand that there's I did a live on it. There's 2 other chicks running around there that were men. But I said feminism is why this is happening. Just brief on that. Feminism was supposed to be a good thing. Women that wanted rights for women. That's a good thing. What happened was the man haters latched on to feminism and hijacked it and made feminism a bad thing because feminism became against men. Feminism was never supposed to be against men. It was supposed to be rights for women. Case in point, Black power doesn't mean kill whitey. It doesn't mean that. Black Lives Matter was supposed to be our lives matter also. Not only our lives matter, which is how the world took it. And they got hijacked and twisted around and people started making money. It's business. This is what they do. People latch on to things and make it bad. Hip hop was a great thing. And then when corporate said we could make money off these Negroes, that's what they did. Rappers making money up front, going broke later. Once they figure out they can make money off of things and commercialize it, it's over. So what happened with feminism is that the female haters and the chick with the bowl cuts, the throwback Bruce Lee haircuts, and they getting on there, they hated men for whatever reason. If their uncle touched them when they were younger or their father was banding them, whatever happened, now they grew up with a chip on their shoulder and they hate men. And that became feminism. And what happened was the broken wrist community. You got men that love women because they want to be women, but they want to keep their male organs. That's broken wrist. The alphabet community, they are supported by feminism. They love the women, so they hang out with the women, and they fight for the women's rights. And that broken wrist community got so crazy that they said their struggle is every bit as important, and they were terrorized like black. They compared their struggle to the black struggle, and I said, no, y'all got to stop this. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. So the LGBTQ attach themselves to feminism, and you have one big cluster F. So now, what that community did, now that they've assimilated them like the Borg, resistance is futile now. Because now the feminists, and mind you, not all feminists are lesbians, by the way. Remember, feminism was a good thing at first. But then they let in the crazies. They let in the crazies. And what ended up happening was now they got all these weird rules in place. Now that they've assimilated feminism, now they want men that now they have to say it's okay for these men to get out of bed one day and say, hey man, I'm a woman. And they throw on a wig and they want to use the women's room. They want to go inside stores and use the female's changing room. And now the feminists are like, wait, you are a 6'4" man. You can't really do that. And now he got a wig on in the 5 o'clock shadow like I got. What do you mean? I'm a woman. It's like, what? And now they don't want to say anything because they don't want to upset that community, because that community supported feminism. So now we have the Failing Fox going into MMA, who's a biological man, not only beating a woman, but breaking her skull. And now you got this crap in the Olympics. What do we do? Call Mauricio Sillyman to fix it. You know, the guy that's hanging out with a Irish gangster. The guy that let a woman who's going through a biological sex change to a man get in the ring with a biological woman. And when we asked him, was she drug tested? What was his response? You're bullying her because she's gay. That's not the question. We asked you, was she tested? We don't care. We could see she's gay. We asked you about drug testing. She was in there looking like the Hulk. So feminism is falling on its own sword. And now look at the Olympics. See what happened when we get away from God? Man, woman, child. But I ain't going to start to preach to y'all. That's pep talk. Main biker in that super chat, much love. He said, do y'all know El Rayo Venezuela is a snack fighter? No, they didn't know. Benavidez, El Rayo. Go to the site and look. But funny, they want us to talk about Bud and Devin. I'm not doing it. I asked y'all about Snap a year ago. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. I asked y'all about the Olympic program. Y'all cool with Mauricio Suleiman saying I'm going to step in and save it? Y'all cool? Nobody cared. And now you got dudes running around with wigs or have their hair grown out. Y'all deal with it, man. Y'all deal with it. Y'all deal with it. Y'all deal with it. I don't understand you dudes. Then again, do I? Could it be? Miguel?
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Is that you? Dion said Bam Rodriguez. Y'all want to bring that smoke to them? Devin and Bud ain't the only people. Man. Oh Matias, shout out to Super Matias. Bill is still waiting on your call. Why aren't you trying to get that fight? That's a good comeback fight to you. There ain't no light work for you. You went to Puerto Rico. I'm saying you effed around and lost. But get back in the saddle. Do you want to call? This is the longest 2 weeks in the world. Remember when he said in January, hey, I'm going to call you. Still waiting. Devin is chilling, but when he comes back, ain't no light work for Devin either. So, Brunel, you going to, what's up? You going to pick up the phone now? Wondering. But I know, I'm a hater though. Raquete. Okay. I ain't gonna talk about, look, corruption, I talked about it. But when I talked about Ryan Garcia's corruption, I got more resistance. Ryan ain't do it. Then he found out he did it. Well, it was the Asha Wakanda forever. Then it wasn't that. He said, I don't take supplements. Y'all know the drill. Everything he said turned out to be a lie. And then when the dust settled, they said, okay, move on. What do you mean move on? He wants to forget? How about this? Eric Jordan, that super chat, he says, reality has the ninja sword while robbery like itches. Brother loves that clip.
Then let him taste the fury of my nega sword!
How about this? These dudes that were on the side of Ryan Garcia. 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I mean, what I'm supposed to keep it 100% with my fighters that I support, right? But I'm supposed to disregard when another fighter tries to kill a fighter I support? Robbery versus reality. What's the reality? The reality is Devin got robbed. But he got his purse back that they tried to snatch. And y'all mad that he got justice. And y'all mad that we ain't letting it go.
Yeah, go on! Yeah, man, come on!
I mean, didn't these dudes tell you that no crime was committed? Didn't these dudes tell us that the hair follicle test would exonerate Ryan? Didn't these dudes tell us that we had a need for Ryan to be right? And Ryan's young, he could say what he want. I mean, didn't these dudes tell us that? And then when the dust settled, we were told to move on, stop whining and move on. That's what they tell black people. But it was funny hearing some black people that we kind of respected for years say, all right already. Y'all were right. Move on now. Ain't that what they tell black people when we bring up the systematic racism and how we have 400 years, 500 years of trauma that we're dealing with to this day? Case in point, we just mentioned a Negro willing to pick up arms and go fight for the Ukraine, where the Nazis rest their head over there, and I'm not kidding. There's a bunch of Nazis over there. But this brother wanted to go over there and fight for them. And I say we're diseased. Press one if you stole it. I mean, wasn't we told that? Wasn't LeBron James told to shut up and dribble? So they tell us to shut up and dribble, but then there's people around saying, okay, how come these wealthy athletes don't give back? They don't even mention social injustice. So you got LeBron James speaking up on certain things, but then want to turn around and say Michael Jordan hasn't done anything for the hood but sell sneakers. Meanwhile, y'all don't know he had a whole hospital built, right? And by the way, he never contributed to having prisons, private prisons built. That's a lie. That's a white man named Michael Jordan. Did y'all know that? That wasn't Michael Air Jordan. No. And then when we speak up on Devin's behalf, we have Buckeye Taco Head talking about we're moist and ruining his brand like we ruined Deontay's brand. Why? Because we spoke up because they got robbed and it was attempted murder. And now we're moist. Dude, stay home for the rest of your life. You're on the take, promote your channel, make your money, because people are invested in you. They took your yellow skin and say, hey man, you want to make more money? You knuckle dragger? I'm not a knuckle dragger. Yeah, you'll be a knuckle dragger if we promise you 6 figures a month. Oh, okay, you want me to be a knuckle dragger? I got you. Would you trust that guy to have your back in anything, a fight, a race war, anything, whatever it is? Would you trust that guy? No. Not at all. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. All those buck dances are for sale.
Nigga!
When I say it's deeper than boxing, y'all don't listen. We just complaining. But meanwhile, this is happening. It's crazy. Y'all have failed.
Oh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Salute to Professor X in the Cash App. Much love and appreciation, good brother. Salute to you, Professor X, man. Thank you so much. man. Dion, what do you mean? What was weird? You said it was weird coming from, it was weird from the Garcia side and Haney side. What was weird? There was nothing weird from the Haney side. They took a fight and Ryan broke all the rules. He didn't make weight. Devin said fine. And he was on drugs. Devin didn't know. And in fact, I scored that fight a draw. I did. And the reason why I scored it a draw was because in round 12, Ryan was goofing around. If he'd have fought that round, he might have won. On my cards, I scored it. I was in press row. Champ side was in press row with me. We scored it a draw. Well, I scored it a draw. I forgot what Champs, Yeah, thank you, Jamal. Illegal IVs right in our face. Rachel Donaire hit me up. Was like, yo, you see the IV? I said, yeah. She said, can't do that. Matter of fact, when I read the deposition, I said, it's right there. It was an illegal IV, but the zone was recording him doing it. Playing in our face. No outrage. He's young. Let him do what he wants. He's a grown man with kids. Now he's a woman beater. Where's y'all videos? He was hitting his baby mama with that left hook too, right? Y'all ain't tell her to get out the way, but she's not a pro fighter. But she's a woman though. I don't know, a Hitman X. I don't know. So Ryan's a woman beater. He's a racist. He wants to resurrect George Floyd and delete him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. And then you got Shakur and Keyshawn Davis petitioning for a fight with him, as if he didn't say that. Then you got Floyd Scarfield, broken wrist. We loving brown people, y'all. With his hair. We loving brown people, y'all. That's not the reason why Devin lost the fight, y'all. No vote, no bucking. Ow. There's no racism. Osterman is not why he lost. Dude, your son better be flawless for his entire life. He better win every fight in the ring, and I don't want to hear nothing about him doing anything crazy outside of the ring, because I'm going to do a marathon stream on you. How crazy would it be if Floyd Scarfield gets cheated and his father goes on an epic rant? You find out the reason why his son got beat up was because some dude was juiced to the gills. And don't let it be like a Mexican dude or something. I'm going to have a party. I'm going to be like, oh, whoa, don't do it. Because he'll get on his social media. My son was cheated. The guy had a whole pharmacy in his bloodstream, y'all. Ow! Yeah? You said there's no cheating in boxing. That's what you said. That's basically what he said. So, moving forward, he shouldn't be sending anyone to his opponent's locker room to check the hand wraps or anything. Check the gloves or anything. Because your son got this. Listen, I ain't got no time to waste with these dudes. Let me tell you something, man. When I'm in the middle of a war and I'm busting a gun, I ain't got time to show you how to shoot yours. You should already know. Get off the battlefield, because now you're a liability to me. I'm trying to protect myself. I ain't got time to protect you. So I can officially say I hate you dudes. I really do. All you Lomachenko sympathizers. All of you dudes that when a black man has a close fight, he either lost, or if he won, he gotta run it back immediately. Floyd Mayweather won a close fight against Oscar De La Hoya. He got the nod. Everyone was like, yo, he should run it back. And no, he don't have to. You know why? He didn't even have to fight Shane Mosley when he did. He only did it because he pressed him in the ring and people forced it. Let me tell you something. For years, y'all don't remember this. Some of y'all do. But Floyd was a ducked fighter for years. He called out everybody. Acelino Freitas, Joel Casamayor. He called out all the notable names when he was at 135 and, 114. He called out all the relevant names. They wasn't fighting him. So when he became the A side, he didn't have to run it back with nobody. He didn't have to fight Shane Mosley. When he was calling out Shane Mosley and Oscar, he wasn't worth nothing. He was on Top Rank. They said, man, we're going to make money together. And they fought twice. That's business, right? So now when he's on the thicker side of things, now they want to say all this crap about him. And that was the reality about Floyd. I ain't got time to show y'all how to fight, man. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I know what I know. This Ryan Garcia stuff was an eye-opener. It shouldn't. If you were sleeping during the whole fiasco, because that's what it was a fiasco. I don't know what to tell you. The kid cheated, and then no one's holding him accountable. Lomachenko gets to tell Tank, eat a D. Money don't move me. I'm hanging with family. I'll fight you when I'm ready, as if he's the A side. There's not enough people talking about it. And Shakur presses him, and he says, yeah, F that. I'll fight you outside. If you fight him outside, you ain't going to get paid. That's hate, y'all. That's hate. That's hate. If you don't fight Shakur, if you fight Shakur in the parking lot, there's no payday. You ain't trying to fight Shakur. You ain't trying to fight Tank. After chasing him for 5 years, now you ain't trying to fight him? Man. But there's still black Lomachenko fans out here, right? I mean, yo, man, you guys are something. You guys are just, you guys are different. You guys are awkward. You guys got thumbs where your big toe's supposed to be. You guys are just like weirdos, man. But, when Loma gets in the ring with Tank, and I don't like Tank either, yo. I'm being dead serious. I don't like Tank either. But when he gets in there and gets his ass beat, I'm gonna be laughing. When Tank knocks him sideways, I'm gonna be laughing, yo. Yup. 8th round. 8th round face down.
Unified, undefeated. Unified, undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What the hell is even that?
But you got sympathizers for this dude, man. I know y'all mad. I'm alone in the magazine on y'all, man, but I'm out of here. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat, man. General should be on. Let's head over there. And shout out to Miguel.
Miguel! Stupid butts!
Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.